Hi everyone. I received this update from Ammon Bundy's attorney at Arnold Law, and I received it 3 days ago. I've just now had the chance to go through my emails and read them. I've been sick. There's some allegations of mistreatment, and according to the title of this email, they believe it's because of Ammon's religious beliefs. It says LDS discrimination at jail. So, down below here, I'll go ahead and read this part. There's been a lot of conflicting stories about the transportation to Nevada so that Ammon could have his hearing here about the Bundy Ranch incident in April 2014. Anyways, I'll continue. Ammon has asked that we make public what he said happened. During the trip, he was handcuffed for approximately 23 hours. Once arriving to the Henderson Detention Center at around 4 p.m., he was chained to a bench for approximately 11 hours along with Ryan Bundy. They got to talk, which was a small blessing. Ryan was chained to the bench for approximately 9 hours. They couldn't stand completely upright. They were told that they were chained to the bench because there was not enough room at the jail. This is surprising since this trip was ordered by an Oregon federal judge weeks ago and was not a surprise. By around 4 a.m., he was thrown into solitary confinement. At Henderson, they bunk, and you are not normally in solitary. He had to endure 2 weeks of solitary confinement in Portland, but has been in general population since then with absolutely no problems whatsoever. The purported reason is for his own safety. What solitary means is that you're not allowed to walk around out of your cell for almost 23 hours and only have an hour to clean your cell, take care of personal hygiene, and talk to family. Compare this to the rules governing kennels in Oregon. That's a good point. Ammon reports that the first morning they almost forgot to feed him breakfast, but then did forget to feed him lunch. He had to rattle his door to get another inmate's attention and then showed the sign to eat as if with a spoon to mouth. The other inmate had to yell out, "Unit 6 hasn't been fed." They remembered to feed him supper, though. Other injustices include the attorneys who met with Ammon cannot have their laptop computers, which makes note writing painstakingly slow and incomplete and makes sharing electronic discovery impossible. Obviously, the U.S. Attorney's Office is allowed to type notes when meeting with the case agent. That's also a very good point. I mean, if there's video footage that's being used against Ammon in his cases, and he can't view that video footage, how can he make a defense? So, and, with all of the information and materials in discovery, I would say that, to have a computer would make it go a lot quicker. The letter continues. His cell was nasty and unclean, and he requested a wet rag to wash it, but was instead bunked up with another inmate temporarily one night while his cell was clean and made sanitary, which was very nice and a welcome surprise. He wasn't allowed to shower for approximately 3 days, but was allowed to after returning from court. So he had to go to court stinky. While booking him after court on Friday, Ammon said he heard a female U.S. Marshal tell one of the jailers, whose name they have, something to the effect that these gentlemen were pieces of shit and should not be fed tonight. Ammon states he wasn't fed. We took action today and have further actions planned, and will let you know the response and results. Ammon Bundy, Legal Fund. Wow. So, and then they encourage people to continue to donate to help fund his case. Let's see. They also ask us, to educate, not to attack. people that disagree with what's going on in the case or whatever, Ammon and his attorney, they're very aware of all the trolls on the internet. And if you get attacked, don't attack back, but take the time to educate them. And that's about all from this email. You guys have a good evening.